Hey there, fellow internet addicts. Ever had that moment where the Wi-Fi goes down and you briefly consider cooking meth just to pass the time because you're that bored? We've all been there. But imagine that, except instead of your stupid router being the problem, the entire internet goes dark. Like poof, gone. That's an internet blackout, and it's a bigger deal than your cat walking across the keyboard at the worst possible moment. Now, we're not talking about your dodgy internet provider here. We're talking about whole countries, sometimes even entire regions, being cut off from the World Wide Web. It's like someone hit the pause button on civilization. Suddenly you can't post that witty comment about your lunch. Businesses can't process transactions. And forget about cat videos. It's basically the digital equivalent of the Dark Ages. So what's the deal with these internet blackouts? Why do they happen? And more importantly, why are some of them still shrouded in mystery? Buckle up your Ethernet cables, folks, because we're diving headfirst into the strange and often frustrating world of internet blackouts. Picture this, you're in Myanmar in 2021. The military has just seized power. And guess what their first move is? They pull the plug on the internet. Why? Because in the age of social media, the internet is power. It allows people to communicate, organize, and share information. And oppressive regimes hate that. But it's not just dictators and military coups that cause blackouts. Sometimes Mother Nature likes to get in on the act too. Take the massive undersea volcanic eruption near Tonga in 2022. It managed to sever the tiny island nation's only undersea internet cable, plunging it into digital darkness. Or how about when a 70-year-old Georgian woman digging for copper accidentally sliced through a fiber optic cable and knocked out internet access for entire regions of Armenia and Georgia. Whoops! Then there are the cyberattacks, the digital equivalent of lobbing a grenade into a server farm. These attacks can be incredibly sophisticated, targeting critical infrastructure like banks, government websites, and yes, even internet service providers. Remember the 2022 attack that crippled internet access across Ukraine? Yeah, not exactly a great time to be trying to stream the latest season of Stranger Things. So we've got dictators, natural disasters, and cyber attacks, all capable of taking down the internet. But what about those blackouts that remain unsolved? The ones where the cause is murky, at best? Well, that's where things get really interesting. Imagine a blackout where the government denies involvement, there's no obvious natural disaster, and cybersecurity experts are left scratching their heads. That's the situation we sometimes find ourselves in, staring into the digital abyss, wondering who or what plunged us into darkness. Conspiracy theories abound, of course. Alien invasion, government testing secret weapons, giant squid chewing on undersea cables. Okay, maybe not that last one. The truth, though, is probably far less exciting. It's entirely possible that some blackouts are caused by mundane things like equipment failures, software glitches, or someone tripping over a cord in a server room somewhere. But without transparency from governments and internet service providers, it's difficult to know for sure. And that lack of transparency is, well, concerning, to say the least. Think about it. If we don't know why the internet is going down, how can we prevent it from happening again? How can we hold those responsible accountable? The internet has become an essential part of our lives, and when it goes dark, the consequences can be significant. So here's the million-dollar question, or maybe the billion-dollar question, given how much money is lost every minute the internet is down. Can we ever fully solve the problem of internet blackouts? The answer, unfortunately, is probably not. As long as we rely on physical infrastructure, cables, satellite servers, there will always be vulnerabilities that can be exploited. But that doesn't mean we should just shrug our shoulders and accept blackouts as an inevitable part of life. We need to demand greater transparency from governments and tech companies. We need to invest in more robust and resilient internet infrastructure. And we need to develop backup plans for when, not if, the internet goes down again. Because let's face it, folks, the internet might be down, but humanity isn't out. We're a resourceful species. We've survived this long without constant internet access. But wouldn't it be nice if we could enjoy the wonders of the digital age without the constant threat of being plunged back into the dark ages? Just saying.